Well, that sucks. I just missed the tank raid. Feels bad. Let's see here, guys. Today's video, I want to go over a couple things. The main thing that I want to go over here today is a potential solo of Phase 2, maybe? If it's not Phase 2, it's going to really hit hard on literally any phase in the game. And I don't want to steal. This is not my idea. I just noticed that with this recent update, rather, Rex does happen to get a little bit more damage off with his little aerial assault, or aerial advantage, rather. It does a lot more damage to, at least from what I've seen. Was it Nihilus? No, it's Scion, I think. And Nihilus too. I tried this myself today in the Phase 4, and Treya didn't get. I'm not sure if it's just the other two, but Treya just. I didn't do a whole lot of damage to Treya, pretty much. Yeah, this isn't really my idea. I just wanted to showcase it to you guys today. We got a little bit of, in Phase 2, of some footage I want to show you. And also, there is another team here that wasn't used in today's video, but it's really Skeletrix's team, and he's, you guys already know Skeletrix. He's a lot bigger than I am, right? And this is the team. I'm going to bring it up on screen. Just a screenshot of it all. I have no footage of that, and he's probably most likely going to do a video on it, right? So this is the video, or not the video, this is the screenshot of him just pretty much destroying. I think he did most of Phase 2, like half of Phase 2 and half of Phase 3. And he did say, I went over and read some of his comments on his Reddit, because this is a Reddit post. He did say that this is probably the most optimized team here because you get a lot more turns with Clone Sergeant than you do with Echo. Even though Echo can give out TM on his basic, you really want Sarge here because he can give out some more, and not really give out, but he can get more turns in. And you really want 3PO here because whenever Rex does happen to have 3 stacks of translation, use basics on 3PO to reset his cooldown by 1. So you can really just keep on spamming his aerial advantage, doing those big numbers. So this is probably a video you're going to be seeing from Skeletrix in a little bit. I just wanted to kind of show you this is probably the most optimized team out there. Today we're not rocking the 3PO one. Instead we're going to show you some with the clones. So this is one from Izzy in my Discord server, and we're gonna go into this a little bit later. So that's that for this part of the video, and we'll get into that later, like I said. But I also wanted to chat about coming back in game. The little General Hux, mishap, right? I mean, there's so much wrong here that CG's doing. No, that's not General Hux. What the heck? That's Officer. This is Hux. This Zeta is only now tied with First Order allies. It is not just with anybody, anywhere. This is not a plug-and-play character, although it was designed to be that way. They even said that this was designed to be this way, guys. You go in their forums. This was a screenshot from their forums, and this was an actual thing that they said that this is how General Hux is supposed to be playing. He says he plays similar to a character like Thrawn. If it's less direct in his methods, you want Hux manipulating the battlefield to keep the advantage on your side while controlling the enemy squad. I think there's a ton of space for theory crafting. And pretty much what they just did with Hux is they just stripped, literally, they went back on their word. They're like, this guy with his kit and how it works, it's going to be great. Go and theory craft some teams. Go do it. And people and all the public are like, hell yeah, man. I want this guy on my team right freaking now. I want to try some different things out. I want to try to counter some GS teams. Maybe he can work versus Darth Revan and Malix. They do that. They wail on this guy. And then immediately, like right after, like a week or so after, they revert that. And now he is no longer tied to just everybody. He's only now anchored to the First Order. You have to have all First Order allies to actually have his Zeta be useful. And if there's not everybody First Order, that's kind of a waste. So I just think that's kind of stupid. And it's just, I mean, is it surprising? Not really. This is the reason why, guys, that I never like wailing out on marquees, because there are some marquees that are really strong. And this was a prime example of that right here. Marquee for Hux seemed really strong of a kit. And he's so strong to the point where I was almost certain he's either going to nerf it or tie it to a faction like they just did. So that's what they did, guys. And I just like right here, this post right here. I like to read Reddit sometimes. I don't read it all the time because it can be kind of negative. But this post right here by Big Johnny K, it's a great post here to it's pretty much just like titling the bait and switch, the Hux Nerf. And you want your gear back because you really do. They literally, this is kind of similar to what they did with Grievous a while ago. The first rework of Grievous, they presented him to being this god tier character that can just destroy Jedi Revens, aka the best team at the time, and he couldn't. And this is pretty much what they're doing here, or not really pretty much. It's like a take on that, right? They're saying that he can be all this great stuff. We just got confirmation that they were intending him to be a kind of theorycraft person, like a Thrawn, right? And now they're taking back their word. They're like, yeah, you know what? How about we don't do that anymore? Let's just make him only First Order. And this is something that if you guys did whale out on, if you guys put any money into this character, I would immediately request a refund because this is kind of a scam. It's kind of like this post says, it's bait and switch. This is not cool at all. So I would really emphasize that you guys get a request on this part if you do happen to whale out on your Hux, because it's a pretty huge blow. It's a low blow, and it's kind of like you just got screwed over. So that's this part of the video. Let's move on to the raid. So Izzy did, let's see, this is good quality. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so this is Izzy's attempt on her HSTR. Like I said, I think Skeletrix will be doing a video here soon on his team, because I do happen to think that his team's a little bit better than this one that we're using currently. You don't really need Echo. Echo, although he can assist a lot after everybody's basic, right? I think Sergeant with 3PO is probably the best way to maximize Rex's aerial advantage. If you think about it, would you rather have a bunch of Echo assists on basic, or would you rather have, almost every other turn an aerial advantage hitting for millions of damage? And to me, that makes a ton of sense just to go with the aerial advantage and just spamming all those hits onto these bosses on these Sith. So I don't think that this is the particular best team, but this is a nice thing to you can kind of mess around with in your own HSTR runs. You don't always happen to have in your raids like use Sith 3PO all the time, because you might happen to use him early in phase 1. So I mean, this is a strong team to use as well, and it can generate some really good damage. Izzy did show me a screenshot of her damage afterwards. That was around 38 mil, I think, 37 mil, and this was half of phase 1, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was half of phase 1 and then half of phase 2. And it just goes to show you just that little tweak to Rex and his aerial advantage can do a ton of damage, like thousands of percentage to what it used to be. Just the insane amount of DPS here. So I do think that the one that we saw from Skeletrix's screenshot is really the best one here. But if you don't happen to have like a 3PO, for example, because he's a legendary, right? And some people just don't have access to him, well, I think this can be a really strong and solid team as well. But yeah, this is kind of the run. You pretty much just want to give Rex the speed up with Shock T, and then do your big hits like right there. You got like 1 million damage. And yeah, you always want to kind of heal back up your 5s, because he's the tank here. He's going to be taunting the entire time. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you can see Echo is doing some big damage here, but would you guys rather have, like I just said, 95,000 assists, or would you rather have millions of damage? And in my opinion, I would rather have millions of damage from Rex, because you can spam those with 3PO a lot faster. So this is this run, and we'll just kind of speed it up to the end and see how it goes. All right, so here's the screenshot, guys. It actually wasn't what I thought it was. I thought it was a little bit higher, but this is still a solid score, 35 million. Like I said, it was like half of phase 1 and like half of phase 2, as we can see here. So it's a good team here. Everything here is Relic 7 though, but like I said, I still think that you slot in 3PO for Echo. This can do a lot more damage. So I gotta test this out myself. I do not have my Sergeant up though, so maybe I gotta get him up first. But there you guys go, and just wrap up the video. I just wanted to come back in game and just let you guys know that I think the First Order are going to be a solid faction regardless, even though they did nerf his kit a little bit. This is now only with all First Order, so this just kind of, for me, it's just kind of reaffirming that First Order will most likely be the next meta, because if they're working towards these characters to be like all working together, it's going to provide a lot of synergy and be very, very overwhelming with all of their TM and advantage gain. So that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, share it around, and if you are new here, feel free to sub. We do a lot of different videos just chatting about the game, theory crafting, counters, and I'm starting up some more 3v3 stuff and streams, so feel free to all, be sure to sub if you guys are new here. That's it for me today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all later.